YouTube. Today we have a very special video. It is my commentary on the Great Depression project that I had did and was technically my first real video upload to YouTube. The intro was designed by my friend Dakota, who you've seen on the Minecraft Pocket Edition server. Let's see. The funny part is, it took us probably close to, well, stuff happens. It probably took us, a good 8 takes to do just the first scene. And the funny part was, we'd either have Dakota just bust out laughing, or Katie would do something that would make everyone just bust out laughing. And in one of the takes that we did the first time, I think it was, Shay, she had been the person to make the bell sounds. In the middle of the conversation, you just hear a ding, just for no reason. I had a lot of fun making this movie. It was the last project we did with our history teacher, Mr. Goodman. He was a good teacher. Saying he was a good teacher is an understatement. He was the only teacher I've still had to this day. They'll go out of the way to be sure you were alright. And if you guys ever have a teacher like that, don't ever take them for granted, because they can be here one day and gone the next. And this scene, I admit, I screwed up an angle. As they were walking into the sunset, faux pas. I had turned the camera too far to show all of these brand new cars, and this one that had a part of the fender missing, which you'll see right about here. This was supposed to be in the 1920s, and yet we have Dodge Calibers, brand new Chevrolets, and Fords. Yeah, we're historically accurate, and that is what you call an anachronism. Something in a historical moment that is in the wrong time. Here's the amazing part. This whole scene, I was standing on a stage. Probably, 25 feet away from the balcony where they were sitting. I'm amazed that I was able to catch this alone in that quality. I have a really good camera, is all I can say. This scene took us actually only 2 takes, oddly enough. And during it, Shay just let out this one cry that made everyone bust out laughing. It was perfect for the film. It was supposed to be a comedy. And that's how Dakota and Katie, who in the movie were Willard and Velma, met, and they went out. This scene alone took us a good 4 takes, mainly because I couldn't keep the camera steady or something wouldn't go right with the diction. Dakota was supposed to order for Katie, and there were 2 takes where he just completely blanked on that. The other take, Katie just busted out laughing. We ended up with this final product, and the reason you see those black bars moving is because I'd used the YouTube auto stabilizer. It works pretty well, although it does make some parts appear wavy. Easy said out of the whole movie, Dakota had probably the best scene, which you'll see coming up here. And this would be where he proposes to Velma. He's the only one that I would say stuck to part through the whole movie. Ironically, he was the most hesitant to act the whole time. Now wait till you see his expression. Because throughout this whole scene we had pretty much everyone in the background laughing. Willard is shocked when he finds out that Velma's pregnant. Unfortunately, it's not his. JK, tra-la-la-la-la. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Not too bad of a scene, though. Tell me, is that not the expression of a directing or an acting genius? If you're watching this, Dakota, I give props to you for being the best actor in the movie. No offense to anyone else. But you lived up to the part more than anything. Let's see. The wedding day. Just an interesting little tidbit. I was not actually here to film that. I was gone on an FFA contest. And yeah, I'm really proud of how well this turned out without me. Mary Rose, who was the camera woman, she did a really good job keeping steady. I can tell you this way better than I did. And this was without a tripod. And this is the part where we zoom out and guess what we see? Willard getting married in shorts. You know, I'm still very proud of this movie. As a director, or anything that you create, you will always look for the faults of it. I know I did during the first time I'd watched this. I'm still very proud of it, regardless. I don't think it could have turned out better. And I guarantee you, no matter what, it would have been the best movie I'll ever make. And this would be the scene where Katie walks in with a bowl under her dress. And just an interesting little tidbit. You will see this character make many cameo appearances throughout the whole movie. Josh, who was one of the other ones that jumped out the window for the Black Tuesday scene, I think he had a love for that trench coat and hat, because you'll see him many more times in the movie. Although, just another interesting tidbit, all of this was filmed within less than 10 yards of our school. A good majority of it was filmed in the school. I believe it took us only 3 takes to do this scene. And there was still one tiny part of it that did not go as well. Katie had appeared in the background after she had the child. Still, nonetheless, not that bad. I'm still very proud of this movie, and this is the part where you see our amazing, I can't think of what it's called, birthing room, that's what I'll call it. He still didn't hold the baby right. And this would be the Black Tuesday scene. This is again one of the best scenes that we have as far as acting. Dakota screams, "I can't believe it," because he basically just lost everything right there. And he tried to kill himself. And that would be the guy in the white hat, we put these slides up sort of save time for what we couldn't film and what we didn't get to. Let's see. This is the only appearance of any of the kids that Velma and Willard would have had. Originally they were set to have two, one named Jeanette, which is the child you'll see in this scene. And the other scene, or the other child, I can't remember what we would have named it. And this would be the Hooverville, where people would go during the Great Depression to keep warm, have shelter, and just have somewhere to live. We put this slide up in case anyone wasn't that familiar with the Great Depression. That is my one appearance in the whole movie. As you can see, I'm rocking the King Goat shirt. Still a pretty good scene altogether. It took us, I think, 2 takes to do this. The other one we reused later in the movie. I remember this house. It's right across the street from our school. And Willard scared the crap out of Velma by telling her there was a mouse running around. But karma got back to him when Velma scared the crap out of Willard. And this is the part of the movie where Velma gets all bossy and tells him, "Go get a job. Don't come home till you have a job." This is the tragic ending to the movie. Dakota did die from injuries soon after the end of the movie. We did have a bunch of bloopers. Here would be the credits for it. Interesting fact though, it took Dakota 3 times to spell this name right. But that would be the end of the movie and the commentary. The bloopers you can see on the actual movie unless you're on an iPod or an iPad, in which case just either find a Flash app like Rover for the iPad, or I think iSwifter works for the iPod too, doesn't it? I'll find out later. This would be my commentary on the movie. I'll probably eventually get to have Dakota do a dual commentary about it. That would be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, comment, follow at Seth McMillan, or add me as a friend on Skype or Xbox Live. Same name as my Twitter name. And that would be it. Thanks for watching.